But our sin isn't the only weight. I want to make this clear. Our sin is not the only weight that we're called to throw off. We must also be determined to set aside things that aren't necessarily sinful, but also are not beneficial to us growing closer to God. What do you mean, Sutten? Sports? Video games? Relationships? Work? School? None of these things are bad, right? None of them are sinful. These things aren't necessarily sinful, but can become distractions in our pursuit of God. And so doing these things aren't a bad thing until it becomes a replacement for your relationship with God. Sports is not a bad thing. I love sports. But when it becomes your main concern, that's all you think about, and you hardly stop to think about God, or the only time you think about God is on Wednesday night or Sunday morning. The rest of it, sports. Video games are not bad, but if you're spending hours upon hours playing video games at the expense of spending time in God's Word and growing, that has become a distraction. And Hebrews says, throw it off. Throw it off. Work, relationships, school, those aren't bad things, but they can, if you allow them, become distractions in your pursuit of God. God says, don't have any idols before me. Anything you can't stop thinking of is an idol. And so we have to check ourselves. Trust me, I'm in the same boat as everybody. But I need us to understand that we're not perfect. Like, we actually have stuff that we need to check ourselves on. Many of us need to fix our focus. And these distractions, they become dead weight that keep us from devoting more time and attention to our growth with God. Galatians 5:1 says this. Check this out. This is Paul. He says, freedom is what we have. Freedom. Christ has set us free. Stand then as free people, and do not allow yourselves to become slaves again. What is Paul saying here? This is so good. What is Paul saying here? You are free. That's not an idea. That's not an opinion. That's the reality. You are free. So walk like it. So talk like it. Quit just talking about it and actually be about it. Christ has died for every single person in this room so that you could be free. You are free. If you believe in Jesus Christ, you have been set free. But many of us are free, still choosing to walk with weights. We can focus on God, but that involves us putting aside the things that keep us from Him. Everything.